Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm going to be showing you guys something that's a little bit more experimental as far as my technique goes. But before I get into what exactly, I will mention that I'm making this in my sketchbook because it's more supposed to be of a study other than like an actual super nice finished polished painting. So I primed my pages with gesso, which just gives the paint something to bind to other than the paper, which will make the paper all crinkly. And then I just laid down a basic dark color because the photograph I'm using to make this study with is kind of dark. This is the photograph I'm using right here. That's my friend Michelle. Hi Michelle. What I'm doing differently this time as far as my technique goes is I'm going to be building up the painting with the use of shapes other than lines. Usually I would first look at the reference photo, draw it out, like make a sketch, and then color that sketch in, which results in a lot of mistakes most of the time because I always want to get too detailed too quickly, and then I always focus on things like the face because that's the fun part for me, and then I kind of neglect the rest of the image and the composition. So to stop myself from getting too detailed too quickly, I'm using a big like flat-headed brush. That way I simply just can't get into detail too quickly, and I really get to focus on the shapes in the image and the negative space and also the simple colors. Usually what I do with colors is I just slap on a random color and see what happens. And of course, I mean, that's a fun way to paint, but it really isn't effective, especially when you're working on a deadline. And even though I'm not really working with like actual set deadlines other than my own, I really don't like wasting a lot of time correcting mistakes that if I had thought of that in very early stages of the painting, it would have been a lot easier to correct. Or, just planning out my paintings more. That's something I noticed that I really need to do. Like I said before, I get into detail too quickly, and then halfway through the painting, I notice things like, shit, that isn't really working out, and it's really hard to fix that now, especially when you're working with oil paint. So it's much more effective to have made all the major decisions with color and composition at the early stages of the painting, because then you can just relax about it more and just focus on painting the details afterwards and not having to worry about having to paint over areas that you've already detailed too much, which happens to me a lot, and I lose a lot of painting days. So that's why I'm trying this technique out, and so far I think it's working out pretty well. I'm definitely feeling challenged only working with a larger brush, but it's fun as well, and I can really see the shapes coming to life. And I'm really enjoying like actually looking at the colors and trying to mix the right one on my palette beforehand. But what is probably the most important about this study is that I'm actually treating it as something that is supposed to teach me something. Like, I always get really stiff about trying to make beautiful images, and then I get frustrated if it's not working out because then I feel like a failure. But now I went into making this study as in, well, it's a study. I want to learn from this. I'm sure it's a hard thing for a lot of artists, but for me especially, I just really can't stand it when something's not working out, and I think that has really stunted my growth within art a lot because I just get so upset, and I know it's not healthy, but that's the way I am, and I'm working really hard to let go of that, but it's so hard. Meanwhile, on the painting I'm working on, I've switched to a smaller brush. It's still like a wide flat brush and not too detailed, but it is a little bit smaller so that I can get a little bit more of the more subtle shapes in. And I'm also adding a bit more color variations other than the basic colors that I was using at the start. Okay, yeah, so where was I? Getting upset about my art. Pretty much a lifestyle for me. No, just kidding. But to be honest, I realize that I really can't go on thinking like that anymore because it is a growth for everyone. Everyone has to go through this learning and will always continue to learn. And one thing that has really helped me to start getting out of that mindset is the Schoolism workshop in Berlin that I went to last weekend, which was absolutely amazing and inspirational, and there were so many lovely people. And the speakers that were there have really remotivated me and given me so much good information that I really wish I received at art school. And if you've seen my art school video, you'll know what I mean. For example, one of the speakers was Ryan Lang, and he gave us a demo while doing a study, kind of in the same way I'm doing now, but with landscape. So he would build up the landscape using basic shapes, basic colors, like choosing the easiest color that you can get right, and then the lightest color and the darkest color, and just really not getting into detail too fast. And well, that rung a bell immediately with me, and I knew that, you know, even though he's doing it with landscapes, it could be applicable to absolutely anything. So that's what I'm trying right here, but then on a figure, and it works in this right exact same way, only I'm doing a human. And as you can see in the video, I've gone over to a very detailed brush, and what was actually funny is that I really didn't like working with the detailed brush. I really enjoyed just using like the basic shapes. It has gotten to a point where I need to go into detail more, but I realized that I was feeling really confused again and trying to get things right and starting to feel upset, and I kind of missed using that big blocky brush because that was super fun and relaxing. So from taking that very simple advice from Ryan Lang, I've learned something really valuable. And I'm sure a lot of you are like, Tanya, we've been doing this for years, how could you have not known this? And I know, but hey, everyone at their own pace, right? And I'm sure I've heard about using this technique many times, but I guess you really need to try it out to let it really sink in. And hey, this is something I'm going to use in my paintings from now on, so I guess I'm really excited about it. And at the Schoolism workshop, I've gotten a lot of that kind of valuable information that I'm super excited to try out, so stay tuned, I guess. There's something I want to ask you guys about, because I've been making these videos and really enjoy making for you guys, and I also find the editing really fun, but I'm really wondering what you would like to see from me, because I mean, I know a lot of stuff, but I know there's also a lot of YouTubers out there that know so much more than me, and you know, I guess I'm just really insecure, but I just like to wonder what you guys would like to see from me. Or are there any topics you would like me to talk about, or things you would like me to see paint? Please let me know, because I don't know. I would just love to interact with you guys more, or, you know, maybe you have some questions for me. Or do you even like me talking at all in these videos and you just want me to paint? Please let me know, because I don't know, I'm running out of inspiration, I guess. Some of you guys have asked me to talk more about my actual technique and how I build up a painting and stuff like that, but to be honest, I really don't feel like I'm in the position to teach you guys about anything like that, because like I said, there's so many people on YouTube that can do it so much better than me and know so much more than I do. But maybe you guys would enjoy going on this learning journey with me? I don't know, I'm just trying to think. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. Right now you can see the finished painting. I'm really happy about how it turned out. It really looks like Michelle too. And I'm definitely going to be using this technique of building up using basic shapes a lot more often, because I don't know, I just really found making this relaxing. So I guess I'm pretty pleased with myself. Okay guys, well, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. You know, I really like to know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!